Welcome back to Azure Striker Gunvolt.
Hey, Joel! Did you make my popcorn yet? What do you mean, no?
No, we'll talk to her right now.
God damn it! Told you to make popcorn earlier!
Well, why don't you have Gunvolt do it? He's the one with the literal electrical powers.
He doesn't want to do it. He won't let me do it. Well, he won't do it. Well, actually, you got a point. What if he's just like a walking microwave?
Well, I mean, he's electric. He's got electric powers, so I would think the worst case
just
being
just give him a bag of popcorn, and he's pretty much a walking microwave. He's like, hey.
I don't know. I would think electricity would actually just burn the popcorn entirely.
Oh man.
It also makes me think if his body is completely supercharged with electricity, going by that computer is just going to short circuit it, and he'd never be able to use it.
Nah. Do you have other hobbies too?
So again, the main point for this is you can get like minor background information on Joel, and talking to her also. See, this is the game's hint at to show her those gems that you find in all the stages. So it's not something completely hidden. You just have to go out of your way to actually talk to Joel, and she'll eventually tell you about it.
it's like change topics. Hey Joel, what are your hobbies into? You look at the computer screen. She's like this hip streamer online. It's a gaming stream. Welcome to Joel's gaming stream.
Also, every time you complete stages, or anytime you pick up items that enemies drop, then it'll unlock more accessories that you can make if you have the parts to make them.
Holy shit, I brought home.
So again, the game expects you to go back to old stages and grind. And don't worry, I'm not going to do that on screen because, one, I don't remember where everything is, so I'd have to painstakingly go back to every single stage and grind off of enemies that way. And two, it's not really required, it's just helpful. It's this game's way of getting special weapons like you would normally get in a Mega Man game, except you have to make them yourself rather than the bosses dropping them for you.
Spin to win. Is this where are we gonna see Beyblade?
No. The way that I'm going, in my opinion, I'm going in order of the easiest bosses to the hardest ones, so I'm going to the fire boss. I apologize for not knowing any of their names off the top of my head, because like Mega Man Zero, a lot of the boss names in this game are really obnoxious, and I don't memorize them because they're so awkward to pronounce half the time.
Yeah, we'll just call him that guy.
That's why I said this is the fire guy. The last guy, Merrick, was the water guy, so this is the fire guy. If we actually got weapons from beating them, then it would make sense for me to go to the fire guy after beating the water stage.
Yeah.
I do mention that you don't get special weapons in the sense of Mega Man in this game, but in Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, there is a character you can play as that is more like traditional Mega Man, where he will get special weapons from beating bosses. But that's Gunvolt 2, and I'll get to that when I get to that.
Gotta love that slight nod to the Mega Man series. Because of course there has to be one. It's like good things spike.
Like I said
good
before,
things
this
spikes
game
are an
is
instant
very.
death. Ha 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 ha. And he's like, don't.
Like I said in.
Go ahead, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. Like I said in part 1, this game is very, very reminiscent of Mega Man Zero in terms of the art style and the gameplay.
Yeah.
More so than X. Like there's parallels to X, but it's more. This is basically Mega Man 05 without actually being Mega Man 05.
His Mega Man 05, if Zero had the power of electricity on his side.
I mean, sometimes he does. It depends on the game. But anyway, the gimmick for this level is magnets, because that's how magnets work.
Out of there, yeah. Old joke is old.
That's why I didn't actually use the joke, and it's not even a joke. It's a reference to Insane Clown Posse, which I don't even know. I just know them because Advanced Logic knows them.
If he were here, he'd be able to tell us all the references.
I mean, I know of Insane Clown Posse. That doesn't mean I listened to them.
I don't know anything.
Also, if you've played Mega Man Zero, a lot of these stages kind of look like some of the stages from those games as well. Like, most of the stages are more based, make me think more of games from Zero 2 and onward, because I mentioned before, I like Mega Man Zero 1, but it's probably the most forgettable of the four, especially since from 2 onward they just get progressively better. Sometimes it's hard to go back to games like Zero 1. Especially since it's hard as shit.
Fuck you and your tagging.
Speaking of hard as shit, these ninja samurai guys fucking suck because they deflect your bullets. So if you want to tag them, you have to get behind them, and they move really freaking fast. Thankfully, they can't block your super attack.
And that spent your entire meter.
Yes, if you use a super attack, it resets your kudos meter to 0, but it also heals up your shield gauge. So if you're down, like I'm down 2, but if I use a super attack, it fills it back up to 3 again. And as I also mentioned before in the last stage, this game really likes the whole locking you into a room to fight enemies.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
It's mainly there for if you're really good at the game, you can build up your combo meter and get at least 1,000 kudos so you can get powered up and shit.
Yeah, you leveled up.
Yeah, and that's something I didn't mention before. When you gain levels, you actually refill all your health, so that's nice.
It's always well.
I love when games do that. Mega Man Zero didn't do that. Like, it just told you gained a level, now you can use a charge shot, now you can use a second slash, now you can use a third slash, even though I should have been able to use those from the start.
No, charge shot. Oh wait.
Basically.
Oh wait, you can't use charge shots here, never mind.
Is this one of the stages you've actually played?
I can't remember. I know one was a tower, and I actually beat that one.
Ah. I remember you said you did play the last stage we did in the last part, and you kept drowning.
Yeah, that was like the last stage I played. I played more than that though.
Ah.
I think I got halfway through, and it's like I can't do this. I can't do this water level.
And then there's that nice nod to Magneto, because now Gunvolt is the master of magnetism. Fuck yeah, he is.
What chance did you have against the master of magnetism?
Oh, another thing that's nice. Oh, there's the gem for this level. It's in plain sight, very easy to find. But there is an important thing I should mention. There are spikes in this game, but unlike the Mega Man franchise, spikes are not instant kill. They just hurt a lot.
They referenced that earlier.
I couldn't remember. It's been a while since we did that part.
No, they referenced that earlier in the part here.
Oh, okay. I was probably explaining too much and I skipped completely over that. My bad.
But, oh well. Yeah. Honestly, I think I caused you to do that.
That's okay. And now for the puzzle section of this level is you have to move these platforms to block these laser barriers. You can walk through them. They just hurt.
Too bad.
So it's better to just block them and run through them.
Doesn't seem too difficult.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Despite this game's story being kind of just meh, I do like the character. I do like the character interactions, especially considering Gunvolt himself is just kind of deadpan serious and just does not give a shit about what people say.
You can dress him as a fairly godparent if you take it seriously anyway.
No, if that were the case, he'd freak out. No, it's more he just lets people talk because he has no idea what the hell they're talking about. And then if they try to, and then if they're like insulting him, he just kind of takes it because he doesn't really have much choice.
Why are you so boring? Seriously, it's to the point where it's to the point where I'd even prefer playing. It's at the point where I'd prefer playing as Dynamo than you.
What's wrong with
At least Dynamo emotes.
Gunvolt does.
Barely.
Just when he only when he needs to. Usually when he's fighting. He's just not good with small talk.
I'm sorry, but that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't like Gunvolt that much. That the protagonist like bores the crap out of me.
see, I kind of like, I understand that, and I can see that, and I'm kind of the same way. Like, after a while, that stereotype gets a little bit too old. But to me, I think it lasts just long enough.
Definitely young 16-year-old.
So apparently he's 18 because Gunvolt is 16.
Why are kids so young?
Because art style.
So young in this game. You're part of the military. You should be in your 30s by this point. Anime logic.
Also those loading screens. All of those weapons that they show off, those are actual weapons that you make. They just don't have those They just don't have those names because it's not supposed to be called that anyway.
Great, we have the one who speaks. We have the one that speaks medieval. Great.
You say that, and that's one of the like I'll bring up times that I remember from the 3DS version because the 3DS version script was hilarious.
Yes.
And Gunvolt's first response when he answers is like, "Excuse me, did you just say thou?" It's
Yeah.
like, what the hell are you talking about?
Like, I know this is more accurate, but for some reason I kind of want to prefer the 3DS translation just because of Narm.
I can understand it. Like I said, this translation is a more accurate one. If you want the random funny ones, you play the 3DS one.
I understand it's more accurate, but 3DS one's
Gunvolt 2 is a little fun. Gunvolt 2 it doesn't play itself nearly as serious as the first game does.
This guy's wrecking shit.
Yeah, this guy's basically Gutsman, just not nearly as slow.
Not nearly as neat.
So his whole gimmick is he dashes into the wall, and here's his magnet power. Just keep zapping him, and then he's gonna throw his... Oh no, that's when he throws his fist. I'm thinking of when he uses his potential for his third form.
Dead.
Yeah, if he grabs you,
I
then
thought
he
you were
pulls
dead.
you towards him and smashes you.
I was gonna be like, yeah, shouldn't have said all that, shouldn't have talked all that shit, huh?
This is me freaking out, going like, okay, where did I put my healings? Where did I put my healing?
Oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man.
I don't want to assume that Joel is going to revive me, because she's probably not.
You made fun of my jewelry. Fuck you. Okay.
And now his super move is he's just going to make a giant black hole in the middle of the stage, and if you're in the middle of that when that explodes, that's going to hurt a lot.
That doesn't seem too hard to dodge.
No, it's very easy to dodge, but if you're not paying attention and it catches you off guard, you could die. So just be careful about that. Oh, there is also a mechanic I completely forgot to mention, although they mentioned it in the intro stage. It's called Pervasion. If your electric power is at max, and you get hit by something, you'll actually you won't flinch. You'll take like a sliver of damage, but you won't flinch, and that's a way to basically dodge really big attacks. And one of the few ways that the game expects you to dodge really big attacks, because there are some attacks that are screen nukes that are impossible to dodge. So you have to use Pervasion to avoid massive damage. Thankfully, the game does explain that in the intro stage. You just have to remember that it's a thing.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think this is actually one of the bosses I fought first.
Huh.
Now that I think about it. And I did actually beat him.
Hmm. Wait, you did beat him?
This is one of the bosses I think I did beat.
That's cool. Like I said, since the game doesn't give you special weapons for bosses, you can choose any boss you want as your first stage.
Yeah.
It's just certain stages may seem harder than normal. That's all.
Yeah, because they want a sense of progression.
Right. Also, like Mega Man Zero, after a couple of stages, you get like side stuff.
Hey, dumb shit! Hey, dumb shit! You want us to kill you even harder?
No, this is when the game starts telling you extra stuff.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I was saying.
Now you can activate challenges and get more items.
Hey, dude, you want us to kill you even harder? We have a way to do it.
Well, as he's mentioning, there's no downside to activating challenges.
Except death.
Because they don't even if you fail them,
they don't go away.
You can just keep trying over and over again until you do it right.
Yeah.
And
later.
And the upside to doing it is by doing the challenges, you get better equipment and better items. However, the problem is, this is what I was saying before about the game. The developers basically are expecting you to replay stages, because the challenges for the stage don't exist and don't actually unlock until you've beaten said stage. So, say the intro stage, you can't get the achievement. You can't do the missions for the intro stage until after you've beaten it once.
Hey Joel, did you make my burrito yet?
Yes, it's on the table.
Where's my burrito? Where's my burrito? you see Gunvolt banging on the table in front of the Super Argy building. Where's my burrito? It's like, this isn't a stage. Yeah, no, it's a cafeteria. I'm hungry. But Gunvolt, you're supposed to be helping us. I'm on break.
God damn it. Alright. Well, I'll see you guys for part 4, because I don't remember who the next boss I go for is.
灼熱の旅遥か遠く剥がれた石畳に枯れた草花の影すれ違う子供たちの心をなくしたよあなたを思うことはよくあってなどない旅ね出口のない迷宮壮烈は続く不思議な祈りの声奏でると大地に高速の谷見えない砂ささやくどこまで行くのと見せかけのドア入れば出られないの分かっていたけど乾きやすオレンジの 刻んできたから日はまた昇る聖夜一への記憶灼熱の旅遥か遠くオアシスで決して倒れられない擦り切れた地図のような心を携えゆくあなたが思う人がたとえ違う誰かでも出られぬ熱い音色立ちはだかる壁震える蜃気楼と無限ける大気に消え構築された消えない美をささやく何が欲しいのと着せ替えの街泣いても出られないの分かっていたのに顔を照らすオレンジの日あなたの決めたことだから日はまた昇る聖夜一への記憶の中法則のだけ見えない傷ささやくいつまで続くのかけがえのない時間が戻らないの分かっていたから乾きすオレンジの実足跡で刻んできたから日はまた昇る聖夜一への記憶灼熱の旅遥か遠く